Anything one man can imagine, other men can make it real, said Jules Gabriel Verne, born on 8th February 1828 in France, died on 24th March 1905 in France, a French novelist, poet, and playwright. His collaboration with the publisher Pierre Jules Hetzel led to the creation of the Voyages Extraordinaires, a series of best-selling adventure novels, including Journey to the Center of the Earth, 1864, 20,000 Leagues Under the Seas, 1870, and Around the World in 80 Days, 1872. His novels, always very well documented, are generally set in the second half of the 19th century, taking into account the technological advances of the time. Jules Verne said, anything one man can imagine, imagination comes from the poets and from the writers. Yes. And they will not be able to execute, but the people who are deep in love with the poetry and the writers, or with the Sanskrit, yes, and they can think it is possible. Any imagination is possible. This materialistic world and the spiritual world has already proved it, which was not possible once upon a time was possible. Yes. Mahatma Gandhi was always trying to tell, what you think, it will happen. If you think good, yes, good. If you think bad, it's always bad, yes. Such is the state of the mind. Anything one man can imagine, and if you're in a family which is a big lover, yes, and the parents think they wanted you to become one of the greatest social worker, to wipe out more tears. And it is possible that you become one of the greatest social workers. How to wipe out more tears? You cannot take your handkerchief and your towel with a bucket and go and wipe out all the tears. You can just plan it. The imagination of theirs is thinking that it is possible to wipe out, and you are going around with a bucket and a handkerchief will not work it out. It is happening if you just believe in the love relationship. You have to only embrace the parents' words. If you are in deep love with your parents, then that embrace will lead to whatever they're thinking it's possible. It is possible. You do not have to look left and right, because what they imagined was already available in this world. Yes. What they said is, we can wipe out tears. And I wanted my son or my daughter to become one of the greatest social workers. What they meant by social worker is to make sure that people do not beg, just to make people aware that they have got more strength than what they are begging for. In that sense, you will get up early morning, early birds catches the best prey. As a son or as a shishya or a disciple who could understand what the guru is telling or the parents are telling, that we can wipe out more tears and bring down hunger. When you look at the sun, you become conscious to do your Surya Namaskar. You understand the power of that sunlight, that you have to give light. Many people are living in darkness, and the sunlight is telling from darkness to light. Yes. And not only just the light, you can utilize the light with no cost at all. No bills like electricity bills comes to you. It is just free for you. Yes. And once you understand that sunlight, when you start converting into solar lights and teaching and training the people to make solar lights, almost every house has got solar lights. And no electricity bill. And from the solar light, they know how to do the solar cooking. There's another one more thing. They understood the power of the nature. They've fallen in love with the nature. Then they know if they can take it, what is freely available, and live a happy life and see the light and give light to others, they can make sure then when rain comes, they can collect it. It's gold. It's pearls falling down. And they know to collect the rainwater, convert into drip irrigation. recharge the groundwater. Borewell recharging, you did it. Streams and rivers filled up and beautifully decorated, pedicure, manicured lawns. 1 year rainwater, yes, or 3 years, or 3 times of your life you can use it, share it. Such is the beauty, and the water is ozone. And once you understand the rain, you understand that you have to keep the area also neat and clean to make sure that when it falls down, yes, the money shouldn't fall on the floor into the dirt. You should act like the honeybee. Honeybee goes and searches only for the best flowers, yes, and fly will always look for the dirt. Anything one man can imagine, other men can make it real. Where there is poverty, that reality is already in you. And then after seeing this one, there is no chancellor for you to go and study anything, because all the study materials are right in front of you, because you are in fallen in love with the nature, not sitting in a pigeonhole apartments, rented apartments. After working very hard, you do not even have time for yourself and for your wife and children. The same amount of time what you spend outside, you spend in your family, you can see another vast opening, much powerful than what you have done it outside. Yes. Mother Teresa said, I am not only helping the poor to wipe out tears and bring down hunger. The poor needs love too, I give that too. But my rich people are also very poor in love. They need love. We have to give them love. Yes. So much money, when you come back, you are in poverty. You live in fear. You wanted love, but nobody is willing to give you love. Everybody is out to grab you, to take your money. That is where the family comes. Same amount of time you spend over here, you see a vast opening. And then your imagination of materialistic world, your imagination of a loving world, yin and the yang, positive and negative, creates electricity. Such should be the power. Anything one man can imagine, other men can make it real. Jules Gabriel Verne said, and many things which I meet people in the olden days, they said, we could never ever imagine such a massive development. Cities have grown, roads have come, things have become closer and closer. Accept the love, make that to happen. What you wanted, you got it. You want to see the bigger lights, the bigger cities. Now go back to your family. Sit in meditation. Yes, after you see this big, it's possible. Nothing's impossible, possible. Then you do not have to worry. You 100%, early birds catch the best prey when you look at the sunlight and the rainwater. And then you can go back to sit in meditation. Or meditation happens of its own. As you're walking also, like what Krishna said, when everybody is sleeping, I'm awake. You are awake, you are conscious. Everything what you see, when people are sleeping, what Krishna said is what some people are walking like dead bodies. In that walking stage also, in the waking stage also, they are sleeping. That means they are unconscious. When you become unconscious, because you start loving the sunlight so beautiful. Yes. I was once going with one deputy DDP, deputy director of public relations. It's Hanumantaraya. And in the car when I was sleeping, he told me, Swamiji, daytime is such a beautiful place just to see. You can sleep in the night. Oh, shocked. Yes. We sometimes go unconscious to sleep. Every time we cannot travel the same, look at the beauty of the trees and the birds and the people. Oh, wow. And then you can put some thoughts and it's possible. One joke. Mom, time to wake up and go to school. Son, no, I don't want to go to school today. Mom, but you have to go to school. Son, but I don't want to go to school. Mom, give me 3 reasons why you need to go to school. Son, well, all the students hate me and all the teachers hate me and I just don't want to go to school. Mom, well, I have a lot to do today and I can't take care of you today. Two, you are over 40 years old. Three, you are the principal.